When Penny and Tony came and saw us and talked about the project, I knew exactly what house they were talking about. I had seen this house driving past and had seen various people renovate this house in the past. One of the really beautiful things that we did was really think about the external colours and the materials, because if the house was all one colour, it would just spread out quite large when you saw it. So we wanted to give it a sense of scale and also really play on the fact that it was 3 pavilions of house that were connected together. So we kept the middle pavilion in a white weatherboard, and it looks really crisp and quite classic, and then we did bookend that with 2 darker pavilions, and it just allows you to read 3 different sections of the house. We expressed the chimney as quite a dominant feature on the living pavilion externally, and that recycled brickwork then plays into all the landscaping and ties the whole house together aesthetically. We created quite a strong sense of entry that had a view to the outside, so it had lots of natural light. And then it was quite an easy navigation, you know, turning left to get to all the living areas and turning right to get to the bedroom areas. And that distinction between public and private made the house much more organised. Our clients have got eclectic, beautiful taste and have collected a lot of very beautiful things. So we had to make sure that the house reflected that and gave them enough wall space to put furniture and objects and artwork, which really makes the house come together. In the material selection, we wanted to keep everything quite neutral, but using recycled brickwork was quite important to give a sense of texture and some colour. Framing the view became quite important, so the choice of windows was a consideration as well. The original house lacked a good outdoor entertaining area and lacked a connection to the site and to the outdoors. It's quite special to have a house here in the country that also has water views to the Wingecarribee Reservoir, so addressing that was important and makes the house even more special. We've given the house a few different outdoor areas that it can spill out onto. So to the rear is more of a nestled sunken courtyard space and deck. And then, you know, there's that beautiful deck that runs along the side of the house that faces over the water, which is quite special too. One thing that was important was the sense of volume and proportion. We talked about externally how important that is with the shape of the roof, but internally we wanted height within the main living and dining space, but we didn't want the space to feel too cavernous or like a great room. It still had to feel like a family living space. In terms of the organisation of the space, having a kitchen, dining, living space has beautiful flow, but the way that the openings have been arranged, they do feel like smaller zones rather than one big space. It was also important to have a cosy, snug space which connected to the living area, so that was located to the rear behind the kitchen. When you're working with alterations and additions to an existing house, you're also working with a set of constraints, and one of them was thinking about things that were already here. The garage had already been constructed on quite a strange angle, so it was quite important to think about the approach to the house, the driveway, and how you would get to the entry, seeing all those different angles. So straightening up the new pavilion against the existing house and creating that geometry meant that it was slightly less chaotic. There was a fair bit of space between the garage and the master bedroom, and quite a poor connection between all of those spaces. So we really did a bit of work in the master suite and the ensuite and extended that space and created more of a connection through to the garage. The garage now accesses the house in quite a logical way. I think what's really successful about the house now is that it looks as if it was designed by one hand rather than added to over time by various different people. So that makes it very cohesive. I'm so happy with how this house has come together. I know the clients are thrilled. They've made it their own, and every time I drive past or come here and see it, I'm just really thrilled for Penny and Tony that this is their home now.